country people na still good morning from beginning program na dey show for on television. My name na Obute Rachel, and I still get my paddy with me, Obomo Blessing, and our two come from Brano High School. Our topic for today na Nigerian policy and plight of children, and I still get my uncles for the studio wey go dey follow me dey talk for this matter. Their name na
Derek Ohuaro from Benin City, the local government to be precise.
People, good morning. My name is Fares Okbere. Happy Children's Day.
SARS, for our first question, you know say the politics of Nigerians today as it be so, politicians no dey talk about children, they no dey consider children. Oga, how you see this matter now? Oga Faris.
Okay, good morning. I think say that question, it gets small leg, but also that's true to some large extent, because we know they do enough to cater for children for Africa, not just only Nigeria. But you know, children are the leaders of tomorrow, as we call them. But what would they see sometimes now? Say the children, they get the kind of support when they're supposed to get to promote their future. But I like what they happen now recently in terms of the kind of programs where they develop now for children, particularly for those states. And if you look with the educational system for here, you see say the improvements for educational system, particularly for the primary schools for those states now, it affect children and it good. But also, I think say the wife of the governor also they do a lot in terms of protecting the girl child. If you see the issues when it concern child abuse, you see say she don't take them very seriously, and she they work seriously on that one to make sure say the issue of child abuse we don't eradicate them. I know say in a very long way we get to go, but somebody need to start up. So you know, I believe also say we get to, going forward, get to develop programs when we empower children, because if you go around, you see say for many homes, children still they face discrimination for their homes. For society, parents still they abuse children, you know. Uncles, relatives, they abuse children, and all of that. We need to put proper legislation, proper laws when we protect children from all this kind of discrimination for society, when we empower them, when we give them hope, when we give them a brighter future. So as you talk, we know they do enough to put those legislation, but I believe say going forward now waiting we're supposed to do to carry our children along, because our children be the leaders of tomorrow.
Okay, Oga Derek, you know say every time go to hear say government they talk say money not there, money not there. If all the money they lost like this now, what it can be our plight as the children of this nation?
Well, nowhere where money for rich, nowhere in the world when enough money there. But the mind, the passion to ensure say the future of children of our society is secure, now we're supposed to be more concerned about. Money not be news to anybody anywhere in the world. But like my colleague here talked just now, say government for those say don't try to drive issue of children welfare, children development and what have you to a commendable extent when we feel say okay then they try, because yes, last month here wetin we dey call policy for protection, social protection, wey even concern children. I know say dem do town hall concern that issue recently, so that to ensure say the different wahala or wey we dey call vices for Igbo, when they bedevil our society, they go see how they go take reduce them, and to also see how they go take ensure say the welfare of the people of Edo State, including children, they go increase them, so that our children, they go get a comfortable environment when they go fit try, when they go fit improve on themselves.
If I don't say they think about us, but na only youth na politicians they put for their plan. Uncle Derek, abi no be so?
Oh no, not be only youth politicians they put for our plan. They do enough, no doubt, but not be only youth. Recently, you go see the kind of passion, the kind of drive, the kind of force when the government of Edo State, from the angle of the First Lady of Edo State, they put towards the welfare, security of our children. Mostly the girl child. Before you go see when they go say uncle molest girl child, relative or what have you molest girl child, you go scot-free. And you go see the process of prosecution, they very, very rigorous. That they say, why you not take a picture immediately? Why you not conduct test immediately? Why you not do this one immediately? So the thing, even when the child they talk say they molest them, it go cause very difficult to prove for law. But presently, legislation, some law don't dare to strengthen the old ones with a view to ensure say them go protect these children. Even civil society for our society, all these our brothers and sisters, where they carry do will not go agree, for our society. They don't even they encourage them now to take up the responsibility of children welfare. As they talk to you now, these are our brothers and sisters where they do civil society. They don't get many branches all over those states. One day Sapler Road, one day Yama, one day Okoro, and different places. This civil society group, their own now how to protect children, how to ensure say the right of children, they're one of the paramount concern of not just government but anybody, and to make sure say anybody will trample on the right of children by way of maybe you beat pikin the way you're not supposed to beat them, you maltreat them the way you're not supposed to maltreat them, you're supposed to give them food, you not give them food, you're supposed to take them go school, you not take them go school. If small pikin, for example, you go they make and go they do hard labor, all these people don't come out plenty, not be only government, to make sure say anybody when do that thing go face the law, and any child wey they see for street go see how to position them. And recently the same social protection policy program where they do, where they invite many people, police, traditional rulers, our civil society people and what have you. When they call them even discuss and make policy, what they call policy recommendation to government on how to ensure say all these children when they outside, when they road, when they street, they beg, and the man for ring road, they begin, how they go fit remove them from marketplace, from street, so that they go try to build them to become important people in the future. Because when we not give attention to these children, to make sure say we build them to become important people for the future, they come become menace. What everybody call menace? What everybody call which word fit and pass? What everybody call what they call jaguda? They try to build them so that they're not going to become jaguda for us for tomorrow. So yes, not just government, the civil society people, then they do their best to make sure say our children, you know, we position them to become the better leader when we expect them to be for tomorrow. Even though, yes, they're not they do enough, there will be much room for improvement, we agree. But so far, they don't try to improve on the templates we fed the ground.
Okay, Uncle Fares, you don't want to say I hear for radio. You see, you guys did me for body because I'm kind of funny thing. I hear say government, they just release 2 governors. So you say they go thief money, they go thief government money. If it be like this now, say if person thief government money now, nothing they happen. That's a bad signal now. Which kind of message they try to pass across to us children?
Well, I don't know which governors thief money. They don't really. Okay, maybe you talk about the former governors. Yes. Well, Nigeria get laws, and if people, for the Nigerian law, if you arrest somebody for crime, you prosecute the person. After some time, the president get power to pardon that person and release them from prison. It might not be what we like, but not part of the law. And every country will be democratic country, supposed to be country of law, including Nigeria. And with the practice democracy for Nigeria, which means will be country of law. So sometimes the laws don't be what they like. Sometimes the laws will not favor you, but you will accept them because the laws they're there to guide our society, to direct our society. I know they talk say I know they encourage bad behavior or say maybe somebody went steal, not supposed to go in for it. But the law they're there to punish people. The law also they're there to repair people. You know, so if in the process, say, government can decide to release people when they say they steal, they convict them, they can't release them. I'm not happy, it's not sweet my belly. But what we go do? Now law, now the country laws. If we don't want them, now to vote people when go there, amend these laws so that we'll get stiffer penalties or stronger penalties for those people when commit crimes, when get to do with stealing public funds. So now only those kind of things will fit a repair them. No matter the kind of sentiments or how we feel about them, if we don't go out there, encourage people to say, okay, make they elect people when feel look this thing, say, this law not good, this law not good, oh, this law not good, oh, then they're going to repel them. For example, we get good laws, we get bad laws. If you look, before I come here just now, I did read something when former President Jonathan, they talk, say there's one particular law when National Assembly make for in place, they get House of Assembly, people they contest for House of Assembly. I know they call House of Assembly. So they contest for House of Assembly, and for the place, so the new law when say every ward now 3 delegates will vote. They get 2 wards for the constituency when one person is supposed to represent from that for the House of Assembly, and those 2 wards, 3 people now come out to want elect the people, and the people when they want elect, so the many pass the people when many pass the delegates when they elect them. So in my opinion, the way it's expressed, that one a bad law. So we get bad laws sometimes, we get good laws sometimes. So the fact say a law they there, not me say the law now which everybody happy with. So the law when the president they use take release convicted people, particularly the 2 governors you mentioned. So now law when we say me I consider as bad law, my personal opinion I consider as bad law. And I think say if we get the right people for there tomorrow, they go look those laws, they go re-amend them so that the law will work for everybody. Everybody will be happy. And so I see them.
Okay. And more come to corruption side. We dey hear say our politicians say that they fight corruption, but now every day now they hear say they lost money here, they lost money for there, they don't lost money, they don't lost money, they don't lost money. How they call it the fight the corruption now? How they call it the fight am? Oga Derrick, how you take see am now?
Well, issue of corruption for this our country, e hold pass me, e hold pass you. E maybe if even hold pass our papa for house. And government always dey talk say dem dey fight corruption, no doubt. But you see, the fight against corruption, we fit use our telephone to describe am. Some people dey say their phone na only one bar na dey. Some go say na 2 bar, some say na 3 bar, some go say e get full bar. So the corruption wey we dey fight for our Nigeria now, the question be say how many bar na im dey for
The battery.
government? You know, how many bar government put for the fighting of corruption? How many attention dem put for this corruption fight? Na im go determine result when we go get. If government say that they fight corruption only for mouth and they no take proper action to make sure say corruption no happen, and wetin they call incentive not dey for people when they fight corruption, just like question wey our second sister ask my colleague just now, when he say former governor thief money, the sentence am go jail. After some time, president say make dem release them. You know, see say e come be like that they I not say that they encourage corruption, but it come be like say that they encourage corruption. You know, so people for us go come say, this man thief billions or millions of naira. They sentence am, after some time they come release am. But person come there, he come thief phone, they come sentence am, they no release am, and sometimes they go even use jungle justice, stone am, kill am. Okay, meaning na to thief good money, big money, na im good pass for this country. You see, so they don dey plant am. E come be like no be say they plant am. E come be like say they come dey plant am for people mind to get the consciousness of say, okay, na to go office if they vote am or if they appoint am, na to go thief, na im safe. You know, because if he thief, even when they catch am, nothing go happen. Person fit thief 1 billion now, they go say, okay, may go pay fine of 100,000 naira. You know, so it come like encouragement come dey. Now let me say, the question be, how many bar government put for the fight of corruption? Now the full bar or na only 1 bar? So now that area now we dey look. So all of us need to come sit down well, to come ask ourselves plenty questions, and to come by ourselves think of the better way forward. Because for me, this is not the better way forward for Nigeria. Some country there now, if you mention name, country like China, if they catch a public servant or politician say a thief money, they go sentence am to death. And the whole money wey government want to go through the process wey they want to judge am, na he or his family go pay. Government no go spend their money put. Even if government spend money, his family go pay that money back. So when the people for that kind of country see say, to thief public money not be beans, so they go sit down well when you give them power. Before they even sign any paper, make them for not make mistake. When you go come indict them tomorrow, when the court sentence them to death, they go read the paper well to see say corner thing not dey wey dem go fit take hold them tomorrow. So until our country Nigeria sit down well to say, if people when we send go government dey thief money, nothing dey happen. The money of our children tomorrow, they come thief everything finish today. Wetin our children go come take get better future for this country? So we need to sit down well to make sure say people when we vote or when we appoint for office or when we employ as civil servants, not dey thief money again until we bring very strong laws and prosecution to make sure say nobody get that spirit to thief. Until we do am, people will continue to dey thief. Na so I see am.
Okay, oh, my people, more fair come for corruption for one side. Make we look ASUU strike, university. Then it is no longer called university now. It's now called Uni Streets, University on the Streets. Now, TV badge, they don't write JAM. They wait for admission. Some they write to WAEC now. If those are write JAM now, where the one for put all those ones? The ones who even there for inside the school safe, also never come out. They wait for make strike finish. Me now, when we come finish school now, what how can they do now? Because couple like say now work, now person go they work now. Because this country gas today, oh, this strike gas today. What me you can do? If I come finish school now, what you so copy my condition? I no can't go school. School na everything, no. So Uncle Faris, what you can't take for the matter?
Well, this ASUU strike is very unfortunate because it shows the leadership we get for Nigeria currently. They don't value education at all. Just last 2 months, I posted something for Facebook where it go almost viral. Now, the picture of one of the governors of Kaduna State when go in Peking graduate for London, so he go attend the graduation last month. Whereas today now make 100 and something days when our own youths, university students, don't spend for house. You know, it's unfortunate say those when we saddle with the responsibility to lead our country right now, they don't get interest in education. They don't get interest in. They don't get interest in making sure say education gets serious priority. They don't prioritize them. You know, so if they prioritize them, what it has to the ask of, not be waiting government not fit do. You know, education are the bedrock of any society. And any serious government, when take governance serious, must pay serious attention to education. Because if you don't educate your people, how you want to produce the people when go engineer your society, when go move your country forward. Now, if governments say they're serious, you don't go fit allow this kind of strike to persist for over 3 months now. It shows say the government will get for Nigeria right now not take education serious. And now our duty to continue to call out the government on this matter because it affects all of us. It affects all of us. You know, I get family members who are supposed to do school now when they house. I get relatives, I get friends who are supposed to don't graduate, but they still their house. Somebody yesterday they tell me say he's supposed to graduate 2021, but now 2022 they go, so we don't enter the middle of 2022. The person will still graduate. The reason because why he's supposed to graduate 2021 not graduate for 2020 during the what you call it, the COVID-19. The school locked for almost 1 year. Schools locked for almost 1 year for house because of COVID-19. Then they missed about 3 semesters, 1 full session due to that COVID-19. Then when they finish COVID-19 now, then they go on that strike back. They finish that one now, they go on this other strike. And the bad thing about this one, they say, this one is just warning strike. Warning. So, and if government, we see recently the same minister of state for education, they contest for APC primaries when they want to do next tomorrow. Whereas students, they house. It shows we as a people, the government of Nigeria, not prioritize education. If you give education priority, you don't go let your children they house. The reason why they not prioritize them is say everybody, all the politicians, look at all of them today. How many of them go fit say their children they school for Nigeria? All of them put their children for abroad. All of them put their children for different countries. And then their children for they go school. Then they leave the children of the masses for here. They don't care whether those ones school resume, whether they day house, or they commit crime for house, or they do the things they're not supposed to do. The other day, our governor here, His Excellency Governor Baseki, say drug abuse don't rise for here now because of, say, children, day house. Drug abuse don't increase because children, day house. If children not day house, say they day school, then they learn for school, all those kind of things not going to happen. So now the failure of our government and the duty of everybody, whether we now be children or who will be adults or old people, everybody is supposed to they add our voice. Whatever platform we now get for our schools or for anywhere we now get the voice to talk them. Because tomorrow we now go their position of leadership. So we now always use that position to add your voice, to call on the government to do the proper thing. Education is serious business, and government must give them the seriousness when it deserves. That's what I see.
Hey, Uncle Derek, we hear say the Accountant General of the Federation money will reach 80 billion naira lost for your hand. How you say see that one now?
No, let that one you see. You know about the Nimasa boss when they say trillions of naira lost for your hand. Why you say me at this here? Our power don't finish now. Because it's more time now they go say snake swallow money. After they say cheapers with thief money. You know, after they say spirit carry money. Now, you know. So while too much. I don't know as I want, you know, see all these kind of things. All our money, they go carry on from here, go lodge them for foreign accounts. So we both create what they call safe haven for evil spirits to open accounts. So the Igbo people can encourage our leaders to they thief our money, go they keep for account for that side. But the thing when they surprise me inside all this matter, we say, why it be say God can't give all leaders? Where be say many, not be all of them, leaders where be say many of them, not only to just keep money, now they want just to keep money. They don't even care whether they want to leave the money. Just keep up, put more. Can't be like what it beneath they call eco-influencing. Us, they say not the belleful. So me no can know. Somebody go, okay, you don't thief, you thief 1 billion. 1 billion, if you share them every day, say me they take 1 million inside. See that person die. If you not even chop and finish it, you can't thief 10 billion, 20 billion, 30, 100 billion. It can't be trillions. So it can't be like a meta problem. Because anybody way here correct. You know say this money not beyond. You don't take small, may you rest. So the only thing I see am say these people not well. Make them check many of them well. Because if you say you want thief because you want to secure your future and maybe the future of your children, not the way you go thief 1 billion, where that one never reach for her. Most, as you say, all of us not thief. But when you go thief money where it can't plenty like that, and that kind of money you yourself know say till this world ends, if they say maybe your full village they chop that money, it no go finish. So what is now what they come they enter their mind to do that kind of thing? Now the same thing wey we first talk before like concern, when our law come like say they encourage people to thief. Today I assure you, if they put better law, more than tell those people where they are of assembly and national assembly, make they put better law to say if they true cash person wey thief public money, make they leave who thief GSM, make they leave who thief Gary. The other day they say call for general they keep person for Lagos. Make they leave those people. How those people be our problem? You know, they feel punish one who they carry gun, armed robbers, who thief food, make they leave her. Come on. These laws, make them go check them again. Then the person with the thief money will go affect the whole Nigeria. When this person you come hungry, he can't go thief Gary, they'll come kill him. Make the kill who thief money will make person go hungry, go thief Gary. Now that will be the thief. person wey thief the whole Nigeria, na be thief. Not be person wey thief only one person. You know, e get some society, if they catch you thief, they go look okay now because they hungry thief, they go give am food. Even for Bible no even allow you to even imprison person wey thief food to chop. You know, so me no come know our law come dey be wetin about they call repugnant to natural law and justice. So they need to look our law, all those paper, all those constitution wey they write. They need to check am well again. And, you know, make them not they make this law only for poor man. The poor man, they don't oppress poor man too much. You know, people like us who come from poor background, we need to speak. Now we plenty pass to speak so that this our society go there what they call fair and equitable to everybody. Not because society will be say any law where they want to do against poor man, any law where they want to do against poor man. If they bring tax now only poor man go pay, you know, big man no go pay tax. They need to make the society balance to favor everybody within the society. Thank you.
Hey, Oga Fares, how you take see this matter now? About the money where they lost for your hand.
Well, it's unfortunate to say, you know, the fight for corruption, against corruption for Nigeria, not be another thing when we not take serious. And if you look, this government when they so, when the government come in, it come in on the premise, say, they want to fight corruption. In fact, people come out, vote for President Muhammadu Buhari because of the fact, say, he get history when he first be military head of state in the 80s. Say he really fight in the, I think in the late 70s or there, but say he fight corruption. But what we see now under the same administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, is not there encouraging at all. The level of theft, public theft, when would they see? Not be something when they're encouraging at all. The amount of money when would they hear say they come up for the system, it's not good at all. It shows say some people just ready come out, say that they come government to come steal public funds. And you see those people, so now they're going to tell you say money not their government, money not their government. But look the people down, all of them they spend billions to enter the same government when they say money not there. Imagine somebody when supposed to the account for the country, go sit down, connive, steal money, or not your account for money when it's supposed to account for. It shows say the kind of people one will get for leadership in Nigeria. Now people will say we as a people supposed to be ashamed of. And it not stop for there. We're supposed to now look at ourselves as a people, say, okay, make we do the right thing. Make we start to select people when we get integrity, when we get pedigree, and put them for the right places. Now, only that solution will fit a stopper. Thank God, now don't they grow, they come, now soon reach voting age. When I reach that age, make we not join the bad one kind of people who say, okay, election day come, we'll bring money come. Now who give me money, I go vote for all, now who do this? Now those ones will create this system for ourselves. When we say competence, integrity, no matter anymore. Now, who go spend the highest amount of money to go enter office, then try to recover the money, they will come to shout to say the person thief. Look what did happen now. Somebody they contest for governor. Before you do primaries, you first spend millions of dollars, share them for people to vote for you as delegates. Then when they vote for you, you can't reach there. You go first want to recover that money, Abi? Because that money, if you don't go borrow them from bank or from different people, and the money will not fair account for. So you get to steal to recover them. And the problem we will get. So now all of our duty to fight corruption, if you see corruption, whether for government or for your school, for anywhere, speak out. If you see what's not right, speak up. That way, all of us will end this scourge when they call corruption. And I'll do well.
Okay, oh, I beg. make 12 now. Make una put mouth for this security matter wey dey trend for Nigeria now. Like me now, I no fit boast say security dey this country. Abi, no security for us again, no. See Chibok girls now, that pitchy girls, they kidnap them anyhow. If security dey now, these things not gonna happen. Maybe make our two organ, we can put mouth for this matter, cause now it's a very serious matter.
Okay, make first starter. Issue of security. The former military president for Nigeria, Sani Abacha, he talked one word. He said if any issue of security dey anywhere, like maybe an insurgency or banditry, he said if you pass 24 hours, you go know say government get on this side. Not be me talk am o. So maybe we use that app to look at. Now maybe we come ask the question. Government get on this side, our people for us, maybe we go look, you touch, take look at whether they get on this side. Then you see issue of this security, when they kidnap our people, they train, they enter train, they're not safe anymore. The other time they say they be go attack airports, the road not safe for kidnap, train not come safe. Now airport they want try to start to enter now. So and at the same time, when they go vote money for to fight this security, they go share am. You know record dey now how the former Dasuki, when the not be national adviser on security, how they say as in billions of naira come, he come share am. All the people wey get mouth for the country, he give them their share. Not be to go buy gun or bullet to fight o. Na you make them take dey well. You know, so you can see the same issue wey we dey talk. Issue of security, issue of hunger, issue of anything for this Nigeria. If we fit address issue of corruption, we address am. All other issue, I go assure you today, e go solve automatically. Because if dem true dey punish who thief public money, the way that they do am for some country wey don progress well, if we dey do am for Nigeria problem, e go solve.
Yeah, my brother don't talk the thing where we don't talk anything, so make I just add much small journal. You know, it is unfortunate again, say security and other parts when this present administration when we get for Nigeria for fail woefully. And we not go hide down because any opportunity we get, like, you must call the government out to say, look, this thing so we know they do am well. Today now, Nigeria never did so unsafe the way we did like this before. We did very unsafe country right now. People not they safe. The children like una, no they safe. Nobody they safe. It shows and these people every day, every year, they vote billions for security votes. Money when we don't know if you account for, and they filter them away. It shows Nigeria, they in a serious dilemma. And like I talked before, we as a people must decide now to sit down this year. Say, those people they can't tell us now, say, oh, I want to be president, I want to be that. What will be your plan to address security when not in Nigeria? Because security is one of the biggest challenges we get for Nigeria. We must ask that question. We now go ask our parents for house. When they want to go vote, should they want to go vote for person who go solve our problem, who go make you and me they safe, or they want to collect money for somebody, vote for them, or they want to collect money, vote for somebody because the person give them money. All these questions now go play role inside as we enter this election year. So everybody get a role to play. We not be children, adults, everybody go ask this question. Will they find somebody when go fit address security so that all of us, you and me, go be safe?
Okay, my people, time will be our friend though. So, okay, which message you now get for the children? As we say today, now Children's Day now. I'm going to quickly run for 10 seconds.
My brother will start on.
Message for our children. Make una continue to work hard and make una no hope on government. And once you hope on your parents don't try your own possible best, make una start to the fight to get a great future for yourself. Because now who fight to get great future for yourself? Now you get tomorrow and fight for yourself, not wait for anybody. The book where be say now be your only duty to do now. Do them, read them well. Read them well, carry first. Read all your book, pass all the subjects, and keep a level, cool head. Thank you.
Well, what I get to tell the children, all the children for those states, first of all, make I first wish all of you now happy Children's Day. And make I let you know, say, now be the future of Nigeria. Now get this country. The country dey the hands of una. Make una dey play una role. Make una dey speak up. Not let anybody intimidate you. If you see say somebody do what you're not supposed to do against you as a girl child or as a pikin, speak up. Talk to your parents. Talk to your teachers for school. Not quiet, not silent, no fear. If you see say your parents they do wetin no dey right, talk to your relatives. Bring the issue out, not swallow them. So many children they die in silence because they not fit talk, they fear. If now your family, your parents they abuse you for house, they beat you, they maltreat you, talk, come out, speak up, so that the society fit protect you, so that people fit look your house, say, oh, see what they happen, they fit guide you and protect you. So now what I get for una, and I wish una happy Children's Day, and I pray make God continue to bless una.
Okay, my people, we don't come to the end of this segment. My uncle Fares, I thank you. Oga Derek, we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Blessing, I thank you, Ewe.
Welcome.
So we don't come to the end of this segment. As I did talk, we won't go for a small break. We'll come back.